Hi GED students, Mrs. L here with our GED practice test series. Today we're looking at math question number 5, and we'll be talking about how to interpret data from a table and transfer it to a graph, a coordinate plane. So the question reads, a scientist is studying red maple tree growth in a state park. She measured the trunk diameters of a sample of trees in the same month every year. The table shows the data for 2 of the trees. So we've got tree 1, and it tells us, what year she was collecting data, and then during that year, what was the trunk diameter for each of 2 trees. This is the final year in which she will collect data. When her data collection is complete, she will predict future red maple tree growth. And over here on the right, it says the scientist plots the data for tree 2. I'm going to highlight that because that's going to be important. We're going to be looking at tree 2, the table for tree 2, on a coordinate grid. She begins by plotting data for year 3 and year 11. Okay, so we're going to be looking at 2 particular years for tree 2. We're going to be looking at year 3 and year 11. What are the locations of the 2 points on the coordinate grid? Click on the grid to plot the points. Note, to remove a point, place the arrow over the point and click the left mouse button. Okay, so let's scroll down here a little. We've got a blank coordinate plane here. It's got diameter on the left side and year on the bottom here. And the question is asking us to plot the data for year 3. So let's look at in year 3 for tree 2, the trunk diameter was 12 inches. So we're going to go down here on our x-axis, which is year. We're going to find year 3, and then we're going to go up along the y-axis to 12 inches. So we should be right at 3, 12. The year is representing our x value and the trunk diameter is representing our y value. So I'm going to click a point right there. We've got 3, 12. That's our first point. And just for reference, I'm going to put next to it 3, 12. Okay. And you can see that we are calling the year x and the trunk diameter y as noted by the labels on the x-axis and the y-axis. Okay, so next we are going to plot the next point. So if we go to year 11, the diameter was 14.4. So let's go along the x-axis. Let's find year 11, and then we're going to go up to 14.4. Now 14.4 is almost 14 and a half. So we're going to find 14 and 15. We're going to put a point right in the middle, but 14.4 is just a hair less than 14.5. So I'm kind of shooting for the middle, but yeah, that feels a little high. Let me lower that just a little bit, like just a hair less than halfway through. Okay, so I've got my 2 points. Let's label this second point. You don't have to label it on the test, but I'm just doing that for our reference. So this is 11, 14.4. Okay, so there's our 2 points. So that is all this question asks us to do. The next question, question 6, is going to use the same data and ask us to determine the equation of the line that that data represents. So please check out our next video for question 6 where we talk about how to do that.